My name is Tess Pereira, and I researched how blockchain might help create a food quality economy. Food quality is inconsistent, and food is often produced to emphasize some features at the expense of others. The incentives to produce food are dictated primarily by supply and demand and monopoly control rather than on data. The food supply chain is a fragmented ecosystem, leading to data issues, costs, and inefficiencies. So how might we better assess and guarantee the quality of a food product using blockchain technology? How might we incentivize practices that would lead to quality food? How might data-driven food economically impact the community? Quality has been defined as a degree of excellence and includes such things as taste, appearance, and nutritional content. But there is an imbalance in the quest for the perfect quality produce. For example, the modern American tomato is bred for size, firmness, and to ship for a long time throughout the supply chain. In the process, they lose their flavor. But is that everything that should be considered? Price and quality are imperfectly correlated, and we often see consumers perceive higher prices as a signal of high-quality food, which is not necessarily true. Other key factors affect the quality of food, but these attributes receive less notice and are not monitored and tracked as closely. Let's look at an example of fair trade certification. The fair trade standards are designed to address the imbalance of power in trading relationships, unstable markets, and the injustices of conventional trade. Fair trade products have a floor price. This means that regardless of the market, the specified crops cannot be sold below a certain price. This protects small farms and underrepresented communities from falling prey to market fluctuations and from being bought out by larger farms. But there is some opposition to fair trade. Fair trade products are usually sold at a higher price, which signals to some consumers that it is of a higher quality. But due to a guaranteed price floor, there is no incentive to produce higher quality food, and the quality of, let's say, fair trade coffee is usually uneven. Among the concerns are that the premiums paid by consumers are not going directly to farmers. The fair trade model is technologically outdated. What is blockchain? A blockchain network is a decentralized system for the efficient, secure, and peer-to-peer exchange of value or assets. It uses a shared, distributed ledger for recording the history of asset transactions between members and for cataloging the current state of those assets. Every record in the distributed ledger has a timestamp and a unique cryptographic signature, thus making the ledger an auditable history of all transactions in the network. Why is blockchain appropriate in this case? In a supply chain, you have multiple participants along the value chain that need to share data, record transactions, and trust the validity of those records. The producer or farmer loses control over the supply chain and visibility through distribution and retail. Proving their quality statement to the end user is thus difficult. Where do blockchain technology and food quality intersect? We could use blockchain to cover, track, monitor, and determine food quality, optimal ripeness, taste parameters, and other aspects related to the variety of food and products in the supply chain. There are IoT sensor devices available that can detect the molecular structure of foods. This enables farmers to simply scan a food, such as a tomato, without destroying them and collect the data, sending it upward to the cloud. This scanned data can help build models to predict growth and harvest times while understanding the right conditions necessary to grow tomatoes. To keep everyone in the supply chain honest, you need a transparent, distributed ledger system enabled by blockchain technology. The blockchain provides a secure way to store and verify this data through time and have multiple parties contribute to it. Blockchains could change consumers' purchasing behaviors because they offer more information and make it transparent. Let's look at a few case studies. The idea behind the Internet of Tomatoes is to build a sensors to cloud platform that turns captured data into useful intelligence for farmers, while a blockchain offers a transparent, distributed ledger that can be shared by all participants in the ecosystem. By monitoring and tracking tomatoes from seed to table based on a common platform using common tools, various stakeholders like local farmers, distributors, trucking companies, supermarkets, and consumers can now put on the table tomatoes that taste like tomatoes, whose quality, pedigree, and provenance is verified and validated by trusted data. The sensors in the field measure heat, light, moisture levels in search of clues to improve tomato flavor and boost yields. They built a tomato database and measured data toward a goal of developing a chemistry profile that might help farmers identify the elements that make tomatoes delicious. Bext 360 works with coffee bean supply chain in Africa. They seek to improve the quality of the products supplied, the communities that supply them, and the overall environment for sourcing in developing countries. The system is designed to use smart image recognition technology to evaluate the crops being submitted at production facilities, drawing on machine learning software to categorize the grade of the coffee beans, assign a price based on the grade or quality of the beans, and determine the identity of the person selling it. Farmers might be able to command a more fair and even higher price for the quality of their coffee beans because of the accuracy of the system's technology. The farmers are then paid instantly via mobile app. While there may be some obstacles to overcome, the potential gains are encouraging. Blockchain technology can complement and even enhance our ability to produce quality food in a trusted, transparent, and accessible manner so that we can have a positive impact on the economy and on the community.